It's real. It's happening right now. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Wow, the past couple months have been insane. We officially launched our track day company. It was so much fun. Make sure to check out the videos online that we just published. I am so excited because today in the news, well, we have seen a new teaser from Chevrolet, the new Corvette X. What could it be? Well, let me show you what's going on online right now. We can see right now on the Corvette official Instagram page, they are showing us a teaser video for this new Corvette. $617.25. So I'm pretty pumped about this. They have 39,000 likes. That's a good Will Ferrell meme right there. Let's go. A few other memes all over the place. I think that there's a lot we can dissect from this in today's video. A lot of this I think you guys really will enjoy because it's quite informative. I think what we can gain directly off that badge of X. What does X usually mean? I'm just going to start this video like this. X usually denotes that a vehicle is all-wheel drive, right? X could mean four-wheel drive. Now, when you look at Corvettes, do we have any four-wheel drive vehicles? Well, we have the Corvette E-Ray. That's a four-wheel drive vehicle. It has the front axle powered by an electric motor that really gives horsepower all the way up until 150 miles per hour. Then it decouples from the entire drivetrain system. It just kind of disengages, and the Stingray motor takes on for the rest of the acceleration past 150 miles per hour. Anyways, that electric motor is always on, basically from when you start the car, from like no RPM all the way to red line throughout the driving range up into 150 miles per hour. It's designed to give you instant torque and a fast launch out of the dig. When you look at that powertrain setup that you have in the Stingray, the E-Ray, the Z06 and ZR1, it's standalone. It's very standalone. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that the engine is placed behind you. It's mid-engine, right? And it's disconnected completely from the front end. The front end is simply there just to power the turning system for the front end with the tires. Also, you have aero being used up front with incorporated brake cooling systems and then the air conditioning control. However, this is where it gets interesting. With the E-Ray, they were able to utilize that space to put in an electric motor. And they were able to, with software and tuning, to make it just blend perfectly together. So that means that the ZR1 as is ready to go. It's very, I would say, modular, the entire design of this new Corvette platform, the C8 platform. Is it really new anymore? It's so many years old now. It's crazy how time is flying by. It is ready to go. So the ZR1 is, getting built right now at their production line in Kentucky. All they really have to do is get that electric motor system from the Corvette E-Ray, put it into the ZR1 on the front end, tune in the electric system with the current drivetrain, and then, wow, now the front wheels have its own dedicated powering system, its own unit to spin the tires. Nothing is needed with really trying to beef up that rear transaxle transmission, right? They don't have all these big issues out back because it's so just complicated and condensed. You have all that real estate up front that is perfectly and efficiently maximized for that electric motor. All they have to do right now is get the electric motor system from that Corvette E-Ray and put it into the Zora version, whatever they call it, or the X. It could be the ZR1X, right? That could be interesting, right? If the ZR1 has its 1,064 horsepower and it's got all this aero, it's pretty much ready to go. All they have to do is grab that powertrain system for the electric motor, and then they could call it the ZR1X, which could mean all-wheel drive, right? ZR1 all-wheel drive edition, which gives you even more horsepower, probably like 150 more horsepower, maybe 200 more horsepower. So now you have a 1,100 to 1,200 horsepower Corvette. That's insane. Hypercar status for sure. All-wheel drive. That'll give you the fastest launches, absolutely, like on the market, right? And then it'll disengage at 150 miles per hour like the current E-Ray. But you have that 1,000 horsepower motor that is going to be still carrying speed. It's not like the E-Ray where you lose that 600 plus horsepower car at 150 miles per hour, and it turns into a 495 horsepower car, because again, the electric motor system the E-Ray has disengages at like 150 miles per hour. So then you're back at a 495 horsepower V8 powered Corvette. But this Corvette still has its 1,000 horsepower. So I don't even think you'll notice a big difference at 150. So that would like make this car perform so well. Will it increase top speed? No, I don't think so, because the e-motor will be turning off, right? So I would reckon that the ZR1X or the Zora won't have any faster of a top speed than the ZR1, but the quarter mile and the acceleration is just going to be out of this world. I think it's going to be really cool. It's really neat that they're able to do all this on their first go around, right? With making a mid-engine Corvette, right? Isn't that crazy? I want to know your thoughts. Please let me know in the comment section down below what you think based off everything I have stated so far in this video. I am kind of shocked that we're seeing a reveal this fast. I know there's tons of other pieces of speculation out there, or news articles, journalists writing about this. I'm just initially sharing what I think the X could mean without watching and really looking at what other people are coming up with, because I've spent so many years with Corvettes, right? With the Z06, the Stingrays, all these different models. And this is what my first inclination is, and I want to know what you guys think too. I've heard thoughts about them making a completely electric Corvette. I've heard thoughts about them making a new Grand Sport. And with a Grand Sport on the market, I think that car would sell well, because the wide body is beyond effective. We're seeing it on every single Corvette out right now. It really improves the handling performance of these Corvettes. Do I think that you would really maximize the grip with 670 horsepower with the Z06 using the wide body? Yes. You don't need 345s out back with your 495 horsepower. If they make a Grand Sport, they should at least up the horsepower a little bit, maybe to 550. But it's so much contact patch, so much cooling. It's just going to add a lot of weight. It will. So do I think the Stingray really needs a Grand Sport? No, but it would sell well, and I believe it's going to look cool. Let me know your thoughts regarding that in the comment section down below. If you haven't seen our last video where we rented out the entirety of Willow Springs Raceway, make sure to check it out. It was so much fun. I can't believe we did that. I'm very excited. Stay tuned, guys, because we're going to see very shortly what Chevrolet is showing us. We heard some sounds. A soundbite, that's what it's called. Is it too soon right now for a ZR1X or a Zora? I don't know. I want to know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really does help me out. And subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. While you do that, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a new video coming out. I'll see you in the next episode.